Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Wolfman, it's Thomas Johnson, whatever you prefer to call me. Yeah, shit's getting crazy, especially here in our state, let alone in this country. And everyone's talking about Roe versus Wade. Okay, let me chime in on this for a second. Okay, um, as a male in the wild world of nature, I can't say much because I'm not a female. But if you think about the whole purpose behind Roe versus Wade, it's not about legalizing. It's not just about legalizing abortion. It's not that. It's not just that. It's about giving full opportunity, full options for women to get proper health care. Gives them the full ability to have the gives them control over the situations that they go through on a daily basis on their livelihoods, their own health, and their own private keyword private matter. Everyone wants to dip into everyone's personal fucking business. It's no one's business but the women that are in question. Now, mind you, people go to these clinics not to go for an abortion all the time. They go there for advice, for medical assistance, for to weigh their options. Okay, not every person goes to these clinics wants to jump the gun and go straight for an abortion. But these nutcases are fighting to destroy the rights of all the women in this country think that's the case. It's not. I'm very angry about this because all these women, the women that fought tooth and nail to have equal rights to the opposite sex for so many years, just to get knocked down the ladder several pegs is fucking ridiculous and is disrespectful. And anyone that actually approves of it, let alone votes for it and thinks it's justifiable, is fucking retarded. Now, the fact that they're using religion as a motivation behind it, I'm sorry, but it says separation of church and state for a fucking reason. This is the reason why. Okay? Dipping into people's personal lives and personal business that does not resolve you, does not involve you. That's heartbreaking. You know? And once this goes down, what about everyone else's rights? Everyone else's privacy? This is going back. We're starting to be like Nazi Germany. Didn't happen not that long ago. Did everyone forget about that? They did things for a very conservative reason. They thought they were doing that in a very Christian type of wholesomeness. Look what they did. Several million Jews, gays, lesbians, in mentally challenged children and adults and the elderly, all killed, murdered, tortured, worked to death, executed. Why? Because it did not fit their agenda. They were sinful into the eyes of their God, their Christian God. But look where we're at now. We're banning books, restricting information from the public for our children, brainwashing with propaganda what they should be living, how they should be living, how they should be thinking, rather than having an open mind, having an open discussion, having an open understanding of everything in nature and society around you. which is the betterment for the child and the adult as well. But no, we're not having that. We're going back to what Hitler did to his people in Germany. But people are blind to see it. We're using religion for fascist ways. Why? Because people are hungry for power, for money, for working the system in their benefit. Who's working the system in their benefit? We all know who. So, this weekend I have friends going down to Oklahoma City to protest against the overturning of Roe versus Wade. For those of you that are deciding to go out there and protest, please be safe, please be peaceful, and try to show who the better people are. Because right now they're going around saying that people that are against the overturning of Roe versus Wade is terrorizing everyone and all that. Let me explain something to you people. Less than a year after Roe versus Wade was put into motion, clinics, doctors, patients, nurses were either assaulted, murdered, raped, clinics bombed, vehicles to people that worked in the clinics were bombed or shot up by people who claim to be pro-life. Now, does that sound like it's pro-life to you? Now, what about all these states are pushing for pro-life agendas, these anti-abortion bills, but yet the system itself that's supposed to be looking after the children in welfare cases, in foster care, and kids that are homeless, all that, right, are doing piss poorly. I mean, literally, Oklahoma and several other southern states that's involved behind this are being investigated over their handling in cases involving DHS about abuse of children, the mishandling of children's cases, even death of children while under the supervision of foster care or what have you. People don't realize that there's thousands and thousands, if not millions, of children without homes, lost in the system, who need a good home. Before you start bitching about what a woman does with her body in their pregnancy, think about the children that are alive right now, that are lost in the system, that are forgotten about, that need to be adopted to a honest, loving, caring family. No matter if they're gay, straight, or bi, no matter if they're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, or Satanic, it doesn't matter what they believe in, as long as they have a roof over their head, can provide for these children, put food on their table, clothes on their backs, and give them a good goddamn education. That should be all that matters. Not what they believe in, or where they're from, or who are they married to. That's always been an issue with some places. So if you're pro-life, worry about the lives that exist right now in those shelters, in those foster care facilities. Because, in Oklahoma, at one point in time, kids in the foster system, when they age out, they give them like $20 and some bus tokens, and they kick them to the street. That's what they do. At one time, it was 18. Now they dropped the age to 15. So now you have 15-year-old kids wandering the streets, no home, mixed up with the homeless. No father, mother figure to help guide them through life, get them to prepared for the outside world, help them prepare them to be able to look for a job, handle a job, teach them to drive, teach them to cook, teach them to do all that stuff. No, they are stuck in the system for so long, no one ever dared come to take them home. And of course, they make it so goddamn difficult for you to adopt a child. 40 grand per child. $40,000 to adopt a child. You think they're so high and mighty about protecting the children and the welfare of the children that they would actually make it to where decent, honest people would be able to afford adopting a child. But no. So a lot of these kids are stuck in the system, forgotten about. And when they get picked up, they get shipped to these places where they end up getting abused, neglected, or even killed. Or they get tossed to the streets. And you want to sit here and dictate about these women who try to do what's right for them, for their families, and for their children, because they're trying to find adequate, unbiased medical help. Think about that. This is my few cents. And just say my piece. Hope you have a wonderful night.